Hi everybody, I hope you are fine, you are watching this video and everybody is fine, there is no problem. I hope that there is no problem for anyone. So, what is today? We are going to talk about modal verbs. Modal verbs. If you have a book, think A2 book, unit 7, we are going to talk about pages 68 to 70. This is about the modal verbs. If you don't have a book, no problem. You can follow our slides, and this lesson also means this video. So, I want to talk about what are modal verbs. We are going to talk about modal verbs and understand what are they. So, look at here, should, shouldn't, negative form, have to, don't have to, must and mustn't, all of them are modal verbs that we can use in sentences. But how we can use? When we should use should, when we should use have, when we should use must. We are going to understand what are they. So, as you can see here, should, shouldn't, have to, don't have to, negative form is don't have to. Must and mustn't are our modal verbs. So, let's come here. First, we are going to talk about should and shouldn't. When we use it, we use should to give or ask for advice or opinion in the present time. For example, you said that I'm so ill today, I don't feel well. So, what is my opinion? What is my suggestion for you? I see that you have a fever, you feel cold from inside. I said that you should go and visit a doctor, yes, because you are not fine now. You have some problems. So, because of that, I said that you should go to a doctor. Or I say that you are so pale, your face is so white, something a problem. I say, do you eat something? I think you should eat something because you look so pale, you look so white. So, for advice or opinion in the present time, not past, in the present time, we can use should and shouldn't. Look at the examples. I have a terrible stomach ache. What is stomach here? Yes, I have a terrible stomach. I said you should go to the doctor because we don't know why you have stomach ache. Maybe you ate something that it was poison. Maybe you ate something that fast food or something that was not good. So I don't know. Because of that, I said you should go to a doctor. Doctor should visit you. Or I haven't heard from my father. From morning, my father didn't call me. I didn't hear anything from him. So I said you should call him. Maybe something happened to your father. Yes, it's better. When we said you should call him means it's better to call your father to understand what happened. Or she is not happy with the salary offered. Salary is the money that when you work somewhere, they give you a money. It's our salary. Yes, I said you shouldn't accept the job. If the money is not good, so why are you accepting it? You shouldn't accept it. You should go and talk with your boss. Yes, you said that my money is not good, my salary is not good, so you should talk with him. So, how is the formulation of should? Formulation is like this: should, shouldn't, plus the infinitive of the main verb. What is infinitive? In the last videos we talked about it. Infinitive is the verb, sometimes with to, sometimes without to. Yes, for example, run, go, call, listen, they are infinitives. Look at here, we have I, you, we, they, she, it, all of them. There is no difference. That's what is our infinitive here. Yes? Look at here, should, shouldn't. Yes? I should do more exercises. You should get a new car. So, I, you, these are our pronouns. Yes? I, you, we, they, she, he, it are our pronouns here. I should do more exercises. Here there is no to. Yes? We cannot say I should to do more exercise. This is completely wrong. Yes? I should do more exercises. So, do is our infinitive here. You should get a new car. You plus should get, but there is no to here. Or negative form. She shouldn't smoke. Smoke is something bad. Yes, I see that a girl is smoking. I said she shouldn't smoke. Or you shouldn't smoke. It's not good for your health. Or she shouldn't spend so much money. She's spending or he's spending so much money all the time buy something that there is no need for it. I said he shouldn't spend so much money. Maybe one day he needs it. So this is my opinion, my personal opinion, advice. Yes? Because of that I use should or shouldn't here. And this opinion for should is not that much strong. Yes, it's a kind of thing that just friendly. I say you. I see that you are doing something wrong. You are my friend. I want to help you. Yes, I said I think it's better not to do this, or you shouldn't do this, or you should read more books, you should do your homework. This is my opinion. So let's check here. How is question form? We talk about positive and negative form of the should, yes? Now we are going to talk about question form of it. First we have to write should, then our pronouns, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, then our sentences, yes? Again, our infinitive without to. Should I listen to my teacher? Should they wear something different? Should we check the class? Should you check the class again? Or should he or she do the homework earlier? So look at here, should he do without any to, then the other sentences, the remaining part of the sentence. So this is our question form. It's really easy. Just please, you have to pay attention. There is no to is not coming, and just write your normal sentences. It's not that much difficult. Now come here. Should is finished. Now we are going to talk about have to and don't have to. When we are going to use have to. Have to is a little stronger than should. It's not just should. What is it? Have to is used to show that a person is obliged to do something, usually by an outside force. Have to can also be used to give your opinion. So, for both of them, for giving your opinion, but strong opinion, not like should, or for something that you forced to do it by outside force. Somebody forced you to do something, yes? What is negative form? Negative form as have to is not haven't to, yes? Please, some of the students sometimes make mistakes by writing haven't to. Haven't to is not negative form of have to. Negative form of it don't have to, doesn't have to, or for past form didn't have to. Means that you are not obliged to do something. You have to show your passport at passport control. You have to. Here we cannot use should, yes? Why we cannot use should? Because it's a more strong opinion. It's not just like should. When you go to passport control, when you go to airport, you have to show your passport. It's a kind of law, yes? It's something rule, yes? For example, if you don't show your passport to the person who is checking, you cannot go to the other gate, yes? You have to show it. Or Jenny has to do homework every morning. Why? Because her parents told her to do her homework. So Jenny has to do it, not should. Her parents all the time force her to do this, so she has to do. And Tom had to work late last night. Because Tom hadn't finished his homework, so he has to work late last night. It's something by force. He has to finish something. He didn't finish it, so he had to work late. Why had to here? Because it's about last night, about past time, yes? Because of that, we need to write had instead of has. And you have to tell him, that is my opinion, but a little strong opinion. Maybe here you can say that why we cannot write, for example, you should to tell him, not should. Because when I have a strong opinion, I think that it's better to say you have to tell him, not should. And you don't have to eat that if you don't like it. For example, there is a pizza, there is a hamburger, you don't like it, yes? You don't have to eat it. It's not by force. I can't force you to eat something that you don't like, yes? So I write you don't have to, not haven't to. Haven't to is totally wrong. Negative form is don't, doesn't, didn't have to. So come here. Now we want to talk about formulation of have to or don't have to. How we can make it. Let's check from this part. So here we have our pronouns for I, you, we, they. For I, you, we, they, we use have to, positive form, don't have to, negative form. Yes, for example, I have to care for the children. There are some children here, I have to care because their mother is not here, father is not here. So I have to care about them. Or you have to care about them. Or for example, we have to leave the house early to catch the bus. We have to. Bus is leaving, for example, at 8:30. So this is 8:25. I have to run because I want to catch the bus. So I have it. But here, bus is leaving at, for example, 9 o'clock. Now is 8 o'clock. I say, They don't have to leave here because bus is leaving. They don't have to run. Why? Because bus is leaving at 9 o'clock. We have still time. Yes, we have 1 hour time. And what is the question form? They are here positive and negative form. Now we want to talk about question form. Do plus I, you, we, they, and then have to and remaining sentences. For example, do I have to care for the children? Do I have to leave the house? So first we use do, then these pronouns come here, then have to and the remaining sentence. But these are just for I, you, we, they. Yes. For he, she, it, how we can make it? For he, she, it, we cannot write have to. Yes, we have to write has to here, then the other sentences. Yes, here have to, here has to, because they are third singular form. Yes, for example, she has to care about the children. She or he has to leave the house early. It's the same form. Yes, just have to change to has to, and here don't have to change to doesn't have to. That much. Yes, because you know that for he, she, it, negative form we use doesn't. For I, you, we, they we use don't. Because of that we write that. So pay attention, please. Don't write haven't to. Haven't to is something else. It's a mistake. Here for negative don't have to. Here doesn't have to. Or the past form we should have didn't have to. So, what is question form? Does plus he, she, it plus has to. Yes? So, positive, negative, has to, doesn't has to, doesn't have to, and here does plus him. And please here, doesn't have to. Yes? Don't tell me because here we have has, we should write doesn't has to. We don't have something like that. Our main verb is have. All the time our main verb is have. So, for them we use don't plus have. For them, doesn't plus have. Has is not coming in negative form or also positive form. So, come here. This is the formulation of have to and don't have to. Now, the last model verb that today we want to talk about, it is must and mustn't. So, we talk about should, we talk about have to, don't have to. Now, when we are going to use must. I have written here 2 points when we use it. First one, to talk about obligation and is used in written rules and in structure. For something written, for example, for formal things, you want to write an email for somebody, you want to write a formal thing for somewhere, yes, for example, an office, something that is not friendly, yes, formal. You have to use must. For example, you must submit your proposal by noon at 12th of July, yes, so your deadline is 12th of July, so you must submit it. Here we sometimes we can use have to also here, but have to is not that much formal. It's better to use. So what happened here? Here we are. So let's start. Sometimes it's happening, yes. Here. I'm so sorry that happened here, but just now we can again check. So, I told you that because it's a little formal, so here we can use must instead of have to. And for negative form, you mustn't use a calculator during the exam. You know that for the exam it's really forbidden, yes, for using the calculator. So, because it's something formal, again, we use here mustn't use, not don't have to. And the second reason that we can talk about it, to give a strong recommendation. What is recommendation? You know that recommend is stronger than advice, yes? So for strong recommendation, for example, I say you must tell him before it's too late. Something happened to your friend, you understand that it's something important. You have to tell him because it's going to be late. So here it's better to use must instead of have to, yes? It's something urgent, you have to tell, so you said you must. Strong recommendation. Or you mustn't be late for work on your first day. Today is your first day. You are going to show whatever you can, your abilities to your boss. So you mustn't be late. If you're late, then your boss, for example, maybe think that you are a lazy colleague. Yes, you are a lazy person. You are not going to do everything good. So you mustn't be late. And what is the negative form of must? Mustn't. Means that you are obliged or recommended not to do something. So the negative form of must is mustn't. That much. Just we put not after that. Then formulation of must and mustn't. Now we want to talk about formulation of it. For I, you, we, they, she, he, it, for all of them is the same. Must or negative form mustn't plus the remaining part of our sentences. For example, I must forgot to transfer the money, or I mustn't. Yes, I mustn't forgot to transfer the money. My friend needs money now, so I must transfer it. I mustn't forget. Or they mustn't report the theft to the police, or must report. It's up to you, yes? You should understand the paragraph and according to that write must or mustn't here. And for question form, we can use must, again plus all pronouns, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, then the sentence. For example, must I go, must we go, must they go, yes? So just must come here, then other pronouns. This is the question form of it. Now come here, we have something interesting here. While question with must are grammatically correct, so it's not wrong. If in a sentences you are going to write must I, must you, must she, it's not wrong, it's right. But it is more usual nowadays to use have to for questions. So if you write have to, it's more common, it's more usual, and it's more a little beautiful in the sentences. Yes, so it's better to use have to for question form. But if you write also must, it's not wrong. There is no past form for must for obligation. So there is no past form. Pay attention to this. We had to show our passports at the border. We cannot write we didn't must. We don't have something like that. Yes, for the past form of must, we have to write had to or hadn't to. We weren't allowed to use calculators in the exam. Not we, for example, didn't must. We weren't allowed. So this is also the past form. Now come just we have 5 questions. I want to have a little practice to understand that how is your level. Do you understand modal verbs or do you have problem or something like that? Look at here. We have 5 questions and in the other slide there is also answers of this question. You can first also check the first sentences to understand what are they, answer them, just a little exercise practice. Then come here, we have the answers. Look at here, first one. You come with me, I'm happy alone. We have 3 choices here, yes? Must, don't have to, and mustn't have, yes? Which one do you think is the best one? Of course B, yes? You don't have to come with me. I'm happy means there is no need to come with me. Alone, I feel okay, yes? I'm happy. If you write must, you must come with me, I'm happy. No, I'm happy alone. It means that alone, just by myself, I'm happy. So there is no need somebody come with me. So number B is correct. Or 2, John has to visit Prague once a month for meeting, but he enjoys it. So every month, one time every month, he has to visit, but at the same time he enjoys it. Means it's no problem for her. We cannot write have to. Why? Because Juan or Juan, it's you can pronounce it differently. Is he? Yes, one person. So because of that, you have to write has to. And should is also not correct here. Number 3, you eat fast food every day. It's very bad. You shouldn't eat fast food. We cannot write here must or have to. Because when something is not good, you should write the negative form. And this is negative. Should plus not. Number 4. You connect to the internet to send an email. You has to is wrong. Why? Because for you, I, we, they, I told you that we use have to, not has to. And don't have to connect to internet. No, it's also wrong. Why? Because for connecting to internet, we need it. Yes, we have to do it. We should do it. So we have to connect to internet. And number 5, he should accept the position. He shouldn't accept the position. For example, there's a job offer. I'm going to teach to, for example, another school. I'm going to have another job. So I should accept the position. The position, teaching, teacher, or other thing is really good, or manager. So I should, he should. Have to is a little strong. In something that this kind of sentences that I want to give advice, there is no need to use have to. And also for he, we cannot use have. Yes, for he, we should use has to, like here. Has to, not have to. So it's wrong. Shouldn't accept. Why shouldn't accept? It's a good job. He should accept it. So these are also our exercises. I hope that it's useful, you enjoyed it. You can check the video from beginning to understand the modal verbs. And I hope that it was useful for you. Thanks for listening and watching.